Do you have a 23andMe account? Privacy experts are saying to delete your data now. That's because the company has filed for bankruptcy, and there's a good chance your genetic information, along with that of its 15 million customers, will get sold. So here's...
Ever since I caught you on that ice, you got no chill, no more.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says South Carolinians should consider deleting their 23andMe account to protect personal information. The genetic testing company filed for bankruptcy Sunday night after they struggled to generate recurring revenue. The company also faced backlash from customers about privacy concerns about their genetic database. Attorney General Wilson said, quote, "We don't know what will happen to the company as part of any potential bankruptcy proceedings, but that personal data could be an asset that gets transferred or sold." He recommends going to the 23andMe website and requesting an account closure.
Well, the genetic data of millions of people is in question after a well-known genetic testing company filed for bankruptcy. Fox 5 team's Dana Fowl looks into the fallout from the 23andMe announcement last week.
Yeah, 15 million people we're talking about here, left to wonder what might happen to their DNA data. That is genetic material that people have collected and sent to this company. 23andMe, it opened its doors 18 years ago, and it also opened up a whole new world of genetic discovery. These genetic databases created by DNA have helped to, capture serial killers, to find missing family, to discover unknown ancestry, and to help understand diseases. A lot of amazing things, but there's always been a worry. What happens to all of this precious data that's stored when you die, when the company folds, or it's sold? Well, March 23rd, the California biotech company announced it would file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy to try to facilitate a sale. Often in bankruptcies, parts of a business can be sold to different buyers, but how do you do that when you're holding genetic material? And that's the big question. Well, in the meantime, the Georgia Attorney General has issued an urgent consumer alert reminding people they can delete their DNA and its related data from the company. And here's how you do this. You go to your account and into Settings, scroll down to the bottom of the page and find 23andMe data. Click that and then you view it. Now, download your data if you want to keep a copy for yourself before deleting it. Find the delete data section and click permanently delete data. Confirm it when you get this email from 23andMe. Also, there's two other things you might want to do if you want to sort of move away from this whole 23andMe process. You'll want to notify them. There's another section called preferences to destroy any of the samples of your material that they have on file. Also, you want to withdraw consent, and the section there is called Research and Product Consents. You want to withdraw your consent for them to have your banked information used for research or any other purposes. Now, how did they get into this situation? I guess is probably one of your big questions. There was a data breach. It went back a couple of years, 2023. Almost half of their database was affected. Lawsuits came pouring in, and they have not been able to climb out of that, and a couple of other factors there.
A cybersecurity expert from Michigan State University says right now would be a good time to delete your 23andMe data if you have an account.
Earlier today, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and now there are questions about what happens to your data if there is a sale.
13 on your side's Micah Cho joins us now with what you should do immediately.
Yeah, Julia and Elena, if you created an account with 23andMe and sent in your DNA through a spit tube, experts say right now would be the best time to delete any data before a new company takes over. People use 23andMe or similar companies to find out more about where their ancestors came from. But now that the company has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, there is a chance it could be sold to another company, and your data and genetic information could be in their possession if a sale goes through. According to Tom Holt, a professor in the School of Criminal Justice at Michigan State University, the terms of service for 23andMe currently allows for users to delete any data and their DNA samples from the company's servers.
It's not clear who, but with that kind of information, that means that a company can very easily purchase essentially you as a person, your genetic information, your history, your background, all of that's going to another entity, which may or may not have the same terms of service. So that introduces a little bit of risk for you as a customer if you've used them in the past.
And right now, it's not known who a potential buyer could be or when any changes to 23andMe could take effect. If you want to delete your information, you can go to the settings on your account and select the Delete Data tab. We'll have step-by-step instructions on how to do that. Link to the story on our website, 13onyourside.com. In the newsroom, I'm Micah Cho for 13 on Your Side.
So here's how to delete. You log into your account and go to Settings. At the bottom of the page, go to 23andMe Data and then delete your data. You're going to have to put in your birthday. From here, you can download your data so that it's saved to your personal device. And then you can go ahead and permanently delete your data. If you previously opted for 23andMe to retain your saliva sample, you can update your preferences in the Preferences section of your account settings. You can also withdraw consent for your genetic information to be used by third-party researchers under the Research and Product Consent section. Now, 23andMe says there are currently no changes to how it handles or protects customer data, but a new owner could mean big changes in how its users' genetic data is handled and what it's used for. That matters because our DNA can reveal much more about us than just interesting information about our family history. It can also tell us about our future health risks. Think about what a life insurance company, for example, might do with that information. So,